up, Whippers? It's Vice here, and we're looking at another silly deck today. Now, I do say it's silly, but it's pretty cool, and it's working better than I thought it would. It's Glimmora, right, and it's Gengar. So what do these Pokemon do? Let's start with the Glimmora, okay? So, Glimmora, Shattering Crystal, and Poison Petals are what you're looking at on this Pokemon. It's a Stage 1, 130 HP Pokemon. Very handy to have HP that can survive Cramorant. The ability, which is pretty important, reads, when this Pokemon is knocked out, flip a coin. If heads, your opponent can't take any prizes for it. So, your opponent has to knock these out, right, to move the game forward a lot of the time. Sure, they can use boss's orders, they can use rope, things like that. But eventually, they're going to find themselves in a position where they're like, guess I'm going to have to attack the Glimmora. And I guess there's a 50-50 chance that they don't take a prize. And so suddenly, you get to extend the length of the game longer and longer every time Shattering Crystal flips heads for you. And then Poison Petals, while it doesn't seem like a very powerful attack to start with, you poison them, and during checkup, you put 6 damage counters instead of 1, so it seems like 60 damage at first, right? But it adds up quickly, right? Go into their turn at 60, back into your turn, it becomes 120, back into their turn is 180. Throw in Hisuian Sneasler, and it adds up even more, okay? And so, this Pokemon sits there, poisoning your opponent, and maybe your opponent takes a prize on it. Maybe they get to take a prize. And then, you've got this Gengar that sits in the back, and it's got great text top to bottom as well, except for the HP. It's very low. What are you doing, Pokemon? Let's get Gengar 170 HP next time, please. 180. Something a bit more workable. The ability, Last Gift. If this Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, search your deck for up to 2 cards, put them into your hand, shuffle your deck. And then, so that is really good to start with. You know, a double computer search anytime this Gengar gets knocked out. So if your opponent's like, no, I don't want to knock out the Glimmora, maybe they have to settle for a Gengar, and you get rewarded with 2 cards straight off the bat. Pain Burst is the star of the show here, though. The attack says it does 10 plus. This attack does 40 more for each damage counter on your opponent's Pokemon. So you think about it, you're putting damage counters down with Glimmora. They're maybe taking prizes on it. You send up your Gengar, and you're doing 10 plus 40 for each damage counter. So let's say you put 6 damage counters on something with the Glimmora, and they do some shenanigans where they switch and retreat and things like that. Pain Burst is doing 250 damage to a Pokemon with 6 damage counters on it. Right. Wait, have I got that math right? Yeah, 6 4s, 240 plus 10, 250. That knocks out a Mew. That knocks out a Regieleki VMAX. You know, that knocks out Gardevoir EX. So it's a very compelling card to want to try and use. And I thought that it would be a great partner to the Glimmora that does have a bit of trouble trying to do a lot of damage in one turn. That's the one thing that it can't do, right? So these two together, I thought might be a good pair. I've thrown in a 2-2 Kirlia line. And of course, you could look to include the Gallade as well with Buddy Catch. Maybe 160 damage, you get to preserve a reversal energy. Not bad. I haven't found room for it in the deck yet, but certainly consider it. You got Mew here to help you set up, fish out those VIP pass on the very first turn of the game. Manaphy is almost an auto-include with all the bench damage shenanigans out and about at the moment. And of course, I mentioned the Radiant Sneasler at the very beginning, adding to the amount of damage that poison does between turns. So very handy against Comfey, against Sableye, and anything else in that HP range. You can knock out Kirlia with a single Poison Petals application of the poison damage. And then you've got a bunch of items to help you set up the VIP pass, Heavy Ball, Level Ball, Ultra Ball, the usual suspects. 3 Artazon to help you set up on turn 1. It's very important to go wide at the very beginning. If you sort of fail to, it's okay, but it's not great. We've got Iono at a 4 of. We got Research at a 3 of to help you set up early. The Miriam, we got the boss's orders, Pal Pad to reuse a bunch of those cards, and we've got double rod as well, because the game is going to go long, and the last thing you want is to run out of gas at the very end, because you know, maybe you were able to deny a bunch of prizes with Glimmora, but then you just like run out of Pokemon. So it's not great if that happens. It doesn't feel good. So that's why I've included all these cards. It's also very useful to hang on to the rod for the energy if you can, because the energy can be a bit sparse at times. So Miriam, obviously, get back as many Pokemon as you can. Pal Pad for it, again, if you need. Super Rod, get back those clutch Pokemon when you need them, and try and fish out your energy again with it. I've only gone for 3 reversal energy in the list, and that's because you don't really, even if you're losing early, you don't necessarily want reversal energy straight away. So you really, really just want the fighting energy so you can use Poison Petals to start with, right? So, look, I got a game coming up for you. I think this deck is fantastic. Give it a whirl, right? You open with the Glimmora, end strong with the Gengar, and the Gengar can honestly swoop in at any time. And I can't overstate just how good Shattering Crystal is. It's really like the thing that lets you stay competitive and stay in a game that you should have lost turns ago. You've only got to get Shattering Crystal off maybe a couple of times in a game, and that might be enough to give you time to swing things back around and get in there. So, look, yeah, enjoy the game. And if you like Pokemon decks that are a little bit against the norm, a little bit different, check me out here on YouTube and Twitch. I stream 5 nights a week when I can, and I show off decks like this all the time, and we have a grand old time. So check out the game, have fun. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. So probably Manaphy here, because we can retreat into the Mew if we go for it. Ralts, Manaphy. Going to hazard a guess and say that we probably don't need... We don't, like, need Mew here. We don't need it. We're going to Iono so I can preserve the rod. Alright, this should be enough. Should be enough. So, Dugong wants Glimmora Mill. Sure, sure. How much energy do I play? I play 10. Got 3 reversals and 7 fighting energy. So a pretty healthy amount. I'm a little wary about putting too many reversal energy in. You're used to 2 rod in the deck. I have 2 rod as well. I just hate missing energy. Temple of Sinnoh. Okay. Alright, a bit unfortunate that we're going to be hitting them with the Iono, but it's good to be able to set up, so let's do that. Alright, so we got Artazon here. Let's do it. We can take another Ralts. So we just need the 2 Glimmet for now. We go Level Ball here and get things started with the Kirlia. Very cool. We really need an energy this turn, otherwise we're going to start falling behind. So let's Refinement. Alright, not the energy I was looking for, I think. Not particularly, but hard to say what to do here. Because they may not get the attack this turn upcoming. So I think I'm going to do this. This seems like a waste, but it's reasonable, I think. And we're going to leave it active because if the Manaphy gets knocked out, that's fine too. Because we don't actually want the Manaphy in play at all. It makes me want to put something like Thornton into the deck to fix these positions, but Thornton's like not that impactful either. Penny might be good. Could be. Yeah, there was a brief period where research wasn't legal, and we had things like Ace Trainer. And it was great. I really enjoyed the format where we didn't have research at all. Guzma, Ace Trainer. And I also agree that I'm not a fan of that card of research. I didn't say anything about Guzma being good. I'm just saying that was one of the supporters in the format. Anyhow. We've got what we've got. Seems like we're going to have Professor's Research forever and more in the format. They could change their minds. They could get to the end of the current block and be like, you know what? Let's put Professor's Research away. Yeah, me too. Dugong. That's annoying. See you later, Gastly. But how am I to know that it's going to work out that way, huh? How was I supposed to know? But yeah, I don't think they're going to attack here. Yeah, that's what I thought. Their lack of attacking is a bit suspicious, to be honest. Let's use Refinement here. Not really looking to Pal Pad if I can help it, but... they're not making it easy for me. I really don't want Pal Pad. Dude, come on. Professor's Research it is. Alright, time to activate Reversal Energy for them. Poison Petals. So I guess we'll see how this plays out. It's gonna be a bit weird. Alright, Gardevoir develops on the bench. and a Zacian. So, pretty typical looking Gardevoir deck. We're putting the pressure on a little bit by being in the lead here. They're going to have to figure out what to do with this Kirlia. In comes the Cresselia. Looking to get some work done. $20 damage on the Kirlia is not going to be very good if they don't evolve, but let's see what happens. No, going for the retreat. Gardevoir. Reversal energy. There you go. Now they'll get this KO and they may not even get a prize. Iono. Putting our cards away. The hand was pretty useful looking, but not terribly required. These are all very interesting points about the position of Stage 2 decks. It's, of course, always relevant to me. So, they don't take any prizes, thanks to Shattering Crystal. Glimmora promotes, and we can just continue with our strategy. Glimmet appears. I'm going to play the energy down. Let's draw through the deck a little bit before we play the rod. See what cards we can draw. A Level Ball and an Ultra Ball for our efforts. Level Ball is not too necessary here. I also don't really want to research the hand, but maybe. So I'm going to play the Glimmet down. I guess we chill, right? We keep the rod, and we chill. Poison Petals. Can put some damage down on the Gardevoir. Now, they can certainly power this one up and take the KO with Brainwave. But it will result in a poison KO in return. So we'll see. It's a slow game. But it's looking good. And, you know, Gengar, like, if it gets taken off the board, we're alright with that too. That's alright. I don't think that it's that crucial to have access to in this matchup, funnily enough. It's kind of just there as a threat, you know? So what can you do here? You come in with the Cresselia, maybe? It's true, Dugong. I mean, look at this Haunter. Not very exciting, is it? Power level is too high. Actually, I need to ban Comfey and Genesect. I was promised a slower game after rotation. But all that happened is the Lost Zone box decks put in vacuums. And now they're faster than ever. LZB and Mew remained illegal. I know. This is an interesting position. So, I really want to save the rods for the energy. Really, really do. We're gonna refinement the research. I had a good opportunity to play it. I really should have, but I didn't. How many Glimmet? Yeah. Might have to play one and get at least one Glimmet and maybe 2 energy back. Glimmet and 2 energy, perhaps. Haunter's not required here, so that's fine. I'm actually kind of lucky that the Glimmora was even there, to be honest. Alright, let's do this. We need to Rod now, and we'll take 1 Glimmet. This might be me being a bit greedy. In fact, I'm going to do it like this. We'll split the difference a little bit. 2 Glimmet, 1 energy. Then we'll Artazon for 1 of the Glimmets so we don't draw into it again. And now we Iono. We can also have Boss's Orders. And that would be really annoying for them to deal with too. I don't know, but we should take the prizes too. Wait. I really want to get rid of this. This is going to be annoying later. I don't know. It's just Iono. Dude, where's Miriam at? Also, I didn't need to attach energy to the active. That was dumb. It would be really nice to have 1 Raihan in this deck, I think. I should make room for it. Because then you can just drop an energy on Gengar at some point. And then if you've got 1, then there's like always a chance that you can hit them with the attack. Sort of out of nowhere. You can just like Raihan, accelerate an energy. You can even search for an energy, like whatever. I'm trying to reread through everything now. If you had to choose, I prefer shuffle draw 6, blah blah blah. Mew is an odd choice. Yeah, that's where we were. Need VIP to find Mew. Ultra Ball Iono, Rod attach energy will be strong, research. His favorite cards. Constelli's for SM, swings pendulum further towards base multipliers. You guys talk too much. Wait, what happened here? Boo! Boo! How annoying. How annoying. Let's get rid of 1 Iono. Bruh. I knew this thing would come back to haunt me. Dang. So I don't really want them knocking out Haunter if I can help it, because it's kind of useful, right? Grrr. We're just gonna have to chill. Just gonna have to chill. Sorry, I'm just reading everything. I'm gonna need... Yeah, I gotta read faster. V-Union was pretty cool, I thought. I was like, okay, if you want to make cards like this, I guess this is acceptable. Pretty sure Legends were just better? Yeah, I think so. Not obnoxious, that's for sure. Alright, what are they doing here? Do you knock out the Kirlia? Or what? All their energy is going to be stuck. They've got 1 energy left in the discard pile. Alright, well that makes sense. All their energy is stuck now. Finally, the Miriam! She's here! Alright, let's use Refinement on the Battle VIP. See what we get. We can play this. It feels like we should just do it this way, huh? And grab 1 Gastly because we'll have the rare candy, right? And have we... Yeah, we burned the Pal Pad, so I really need to think about it. I think that this is probably the way to go. We'll just have the 1 Gastly. And we just focus on poison pedaling them out. And we'll see. Like, if they Moonglow reverse, the fate of this Cresselia is sort of sealed, right? Alright, we've seen 2 Rod. I imagine they don't play Miriam. So they're kind of, like, out of ways to get cards back into the deck. Unless they still have Iono. So let's keep that in mind. 3 Iono. Do I think they still have Boss? If they do, we've got Rod, so I'm okay with that. At some point, I'll just attach an energy to the Kirlia. And then we'll be okay. Dust Noir level X, probably a vote for most Yu-Gi-Oh! Like Pokemon. Pretty funny. Cool. So they're sort of out of ways to Cresselia me. And so they're going to get knocked out by the poison from Poison Petals, and then we'll be able to poison something new here, which is really nice. If they try to send up the Mew, that's just another prize, you know. Alright, reversal. They're probably not used to the idea of each attack potentially not taking a prize. You know, every single one of these Glimmora is a coin flip for just not giving up anything. So, unlucky, pal. Nope. We don't want a refinement here. I think this is fine. We don't even necessarily have to attach energies. Like on any given turn, we just promote a Glimmora, and if they're still poisoned, then no problem, right? No problem. Dang. Right, we send up the Glimmora now. Oh, wait. Miracle Force? Bull. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hey, Ghost. Miracle Force. Who knew? Alright, we need Gastly on the bench now. And we can continue to be a nuisance here. Let's use Poison Petals. We want to bait out as much as we can in the way of energies and whatever. And, like, at the very end, Boss's orders the Greninja and just see, like, if it sticks. No prize cards. So still even. That's annoying. That's a little annoying. I think we've got to preserve our Glimmora now. Let's have a look. Rare Candy, Rod, Iono, Double Gengar. We got the boss's orders, you know. We got all the goods. I think we're just chilling, right? How you doing, Ghost? I'm doing well. First half of the week. We're here, we're streaming. Hanging out, having a good time. Playing a really weird deck. As usual. It's the norm for around here. You know what I'm about. Alright. Pretty good odds that we get the Gengar here. I hope. Thank you. Candy. Alright, I guess we just let it rip here, huh? And then we got boss's orders for the final. For the final turn. We get to just knock out a Mew for the win at the very end. Do I have any energy remaining? I've got a Super Rod. So we're alright. I hear what you're saying, though. I could have tried to manipulate the prizes in such a way that lets me use reversal energy one more time. Now, this is one of the tricky parts of the reversal energy. Now, at the very end of the game, we're stuck. You can't use reversal energy anymore. You think it was correct? Yeah. Hopefully. So, we've got Radiant Sneasler as well, if we need to aim the Kirlia instead. So, we should be good. Should be good. Been quite the battle this game. Bit of back and forth. Having to contend with the Cresselia was a bit tricky. Having to maneuver our Kirlia out of the active. Bit annoying. But got there in the end. We got boss's orders. What if Zacian doesn't attack? Thankfully, Gengar is only one retreat. Alright, so evolving the Gardevoir there means that Mew has to be our way out here. And we also get the last gift, and we get the super rod. So it's like perfect. It's a perfect setup. You know, because last gift gets 2 cards, and then, you know, search your deck for up to. Okay, so we didn't need to take both cards with the effect, which is good. Could have very easily have been a game over. And you can't pick 0. You have to pick at least 1. So that's funny. And we've got a fighting energy remaining in the deck anyway, so pretty easy turn here at the very end. Is deck beating Mew and Gardevoir? Yeah, not bad, huh? Not bad. All right, final turn of the game. Boss's orders. Grab the Mew. Poison Petals. It was a slow one, but we got there. Glimmora. Gengar. Know about it. Know about it, all right? How good was that game? I didn't think that we would beat Gardevoir, but we got there. You don't understand why I keep winning with this? Well, look. It's just funny. Pretty good YouTube. Yeah. That was great, that game. We got there. Skill diff? Baby. Skill issue? Where's the skill issue button? Right, this will probably make its way into the YouTube channel. So, look, if you enjoyed that game, if you like seeing Pokemon card gameplay that's a little bit different from the norm, you know, maybe a deck or two that's outside of your NAIC top 8, maybe just hit me with the sub button on YouTube. Follow me here on Twitch, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.